Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Homage to the Enlightened One, the Supremely Enlightened Buddha, Samma Sambuddha. I pay my respect to our late teacher Bhante ji. I pay my respect to Guru Bhante ji and Bhikkhu Sangha here. My metta and blessings to dear novices, upasakas and upasikas. Once again, welcome to this Sunday Dhamma morning, Sunday Dhamma program. As Bhante said, Dhamma Vijaya. This is maybe you are hearing the first time, but in Mangala Sutta you are often hearing this Kalena Dhamma Savanang, Kalena Dhamma Sakacha. Listening to the Dhamma is also blessing, and discussion of Dhamma is also blessing. Okay, you have to remember this. So, and once again, I got this opportunity to share few words of the Buddha with you all. First of all, dear Upasak and Upasikas, feel yourself very fortunate that today or every Sunday, something new things you are getting to learn from the teaching of the Buddha, right? He says that in teaching of the Buddha, we have 3 books. That is Vinaya, Sutta and Abhidhamma. And in these books, he says that there are 84,000 teaching of the Buddha. And from them, 82,000 are direct teachings from the Buddha. And other were the teachings from the great disciples of the Buddha, like Venerable Sariputta, Venerable Mahamoggallana, or Venerable Kaccayana. So total we have 84,000 khanda or teachings of the Buddha. So every Sunday you get to hear some dhammas. Every Sunday when you come here you get. So feel fortunate that you are getting this opportunity to learn or to listen to the Dhamma. By feeling this fortunate, feel happy, be relaxed, no need to stress, sit relaxed, okay? So today I have chosen a verse from Dhammapada. That is, I think you all know, those who are coming every Sunday, this book, Dhammapada. This is the old version, but they have, I think now latest we have a new version also. And as far as I remember, or Bhikkhu Bodhi, when he came, he asked you all to read this book every day in your life. 1 gatha at least a day. Are you reading? Or you are just coming here, just going back, forget. Okay, but I remember Bhikkhu Bodhi and many Bhantes also, they suggest to read at least a gatha a day. I also have suggested you, if you are very busy in your day-to-day life, at least a week, read at least 1 gatha from this book. It's not a very big gatha. It's only 4 lines of verses. Okay, but if you want to read detail, backgrounds, etc., commentaries, etc., then even a 1 gatha, it may take like 1 hour, 2 hours to read and understand. Okay, so if you have time, at least read 1 gatha every day in your life, or once a week. Find out a time. Before sleeping, keep your mobile away. Keep a Dhammapada near your pillow. Just read 1 gatha and just close it. And just try to reflect and go to sleep. Then next morning, then again you try to remember what you have read the previous night. Then only the reflection of Dhamma, the deeper understanding of this gatha's meaning, it will come to you. Okay, without reflection on Dhamma, without reflecting what you have read, deep understanding will not come easily. So with this understanding, we will try to understand 1 gatha from Dhammapada. That is from Pupphavagga. That is the 4th chapter. In Dhammapada, there are 26 chapters and total 423 verses are there. So today from Pupphavagga, we will try to understand the gatha number 53. It's very important for, especially for Upasak and Upasikas, to understand this gatha, okay? In this gatha, in Pali, it says that Yathapi Pupa Rasmim Ha Kaira Mahalagune Bahu Evang Jatena Majjena Kadabang Kusalang Bahu. You have to remember Katang Kusalang Bahu. Have you heard of Kusala word? How many Kusalas are there? Huh? There are two Kamma, right? Kusala Kamma, Akusala Kamma. This is Kusala Kamma. If we say in Kammapada, there are 10 Kammapadas, Kusala Kammapadas. Have you heard about 10 Kusala Kammapadas? You remember just what Kusala, okay? Kusala means wholesome action or good deeds or meritorious deed or meritorious action or wholesome action. So here the translation is given as from a great heap of flowers, many garlands can be made. Even so, should many good deeds be done by one who born as a mortal. Okay, before explaining this gatha, I will try to explain the background story of this gatha, to whom this gatha was given and where this gatha was given by the Buddha. So we will look the background story and little bit of commentaries to this gatha. Okay, are you ready? Okay, this gatha was given during the Buddha, when the Buddha was staying in Sāvatthī. Have you heard about Sāvatthī name? Have you heard? Yes, Sāvatthī. Have you heard about Jetavana? Yes. How about Pubbārāma Monastery? Yes, right. So he said that this gatha was given when the Buddha was staying in Sāvatthī, residing in Pubbārāma Monastery. Okay, in Sāvatthī, usually we say there were like two monasteries very famous. One is Pubbārāma and one is Jetavana Monastery. And as we see in teaching of the Buddha, he says that from 84,000 teachings of the Buddha, many discourses were given in Sāvatthī, mainly in Jetavana or in Pubbārāma Monastery, because later parts the Buddha spent like almost 25 vasa rain retreats, 3 months. He said that the Buddha spent 25 vasas in Sāvatthī. The rest the Buddha spent some like in Rajgaha, Nalanda, in like Kushinara, etc. But 25 vasas the Buddha spent in Sāvatthī, mainly in Jetavana Monastery. But Pubbārāma Monastery was also quite famous, the Buddha, because it was quite nearby. And there was also one more monastery. He said that it was built by King Pasenadi Kosala, Raja Vihara. But this monastery is not quite famous. We don't see this, even the, how we say, in present days, we don't see even the location where this monastery was located. But even in the present days, we can see Jetavana Monastery. Have you visited Sāvatthī? If you have visited Sāvatthī, then you will see this Jetavana Monastery. There is Pubbārāma Monastery is also there. But many, how we say this, like for you or me, when we go to visit these places, mostly these tour guide people, they don't take us to Pubbārāma Monastery. The Pubbārāma Monastery is like fully neglected now. Many people, they don't know also where these monasteries exist. Okay, but in Sāvatthī, you remember there were two monasteries, Jetavana Monastery and Pubbārāma Monastery. This gatha was given in Pubbārāma Monastery. And it was given to Lady Visākhā. I'm sure you heard the name of Lady Visākhā. Okay, in short, we can say the story of Visākhā lady is say that she was born in Badia. There was a village named Badia. It comes, I think, under Rajgaha, near Nalanda side. Not in Sāvatthī, okay, it's like 3 hours far from Sāvatthī, Nalanda. And her parents were like, her father's name was Dhananjaya and mother Sumana Devi. Okay, and her grandfather was Mendaka. As during Buddha's time in Rajgaha, like rich men, no? Like there were 5 very rich men during the Buddha's time. 5 of them were from Rajgaha only. So one of them was Mendaka. Mendaka was the grandfather of Visākhā. You remember this? He said that when she was 7 years old, her father, Mendaka, heard that the Buddha has came to visit their village in Badia, then Mendaka asked her granddaughter Visākhā and her 500 friends to go and welcome the Buddha. Okay, because he heard that the Buddha has came to their village, so it was for them is good opportunity to go and see and to listen to the teaching from the Buddha. So he asked and sent this Visākhā and her friends to where the Buddha was staying in Badia. He said that she and her companion went with this grandfather to listen to the teaching of the Buddha. He said that after hearing the teaching of the Buddha, he said that Visākhā and her 500 friends, only 7 years old, okay, they attained first state of enlightenment. That is Sotapanna, first stream enterer. We have in Buddhism we say there are 4 stages of enlightenment: Sotapanna, Sagadagami, Anagami, and Arahants. Have you heard? You are trying to attain at least one, right? At least trying to attain Sotapanna, Sagadagami, Anagami. If not Arahant, at least Sotapanna, right? Are you trying? Try, okay. So when she was only 7 years old, she understood this Dhamma and she realized this Dhamma and attained the first stage of sainthood, that is Sotapanna. Then she went back and she lived as a girl, right? Like you all. And during Buddha's time, he said that it was like custom for them to get married quite early age, right? Around 15. He said when the Visākhā was grown up, when around 15 years old, he said that her father arranged a marriage to her Visākhā. And if you see Visākhā's husband, actually he said that Pupphavagga, actually their parents were also looking for a bride, right? They were also looking for a lady or girl for his son, Migara. Migara was the father of Pupphavagga. So they were looking for a bride. Okay. He said that then one day they saw this Visākhā. When they were looking for bride, they saw this Visākhā, and they saw that Visākhā was a very beautiful grown-up girl. He said that she possesses 5 beauties of a ladies. For men, I don't know what handsomeness you have, but for ladies, for example, they say one of their beautiness is he says their hair is one of them, is their position. He says that one of the beautiness. For example, okay, he said that Visākhā owns a very beautiful long hair. Even her complexion, full body was a like very, very beautiful look, right? We can say structure of her body was also very beautiful. Then when those who were Brahmins, they say when they were looking for the bride for the Pupphavagga, they saw this Visākhā. Then they say, okay, this lady is suitable for our Pupphavagga to get married. So they went to their parents and they had we say, how you say this, rishta, right? They make arrangement. Both parents, they made arrange. They spoke regarding their son, and one family spoke about girl, one family spoke about married girl. Then they arranged a marriage for them. I'm telling this short, okay? Otherwise, it's a very long inside. Long story is there. I'm telling quite very cutting the stories. Then he says that they arrange the marriage. Then when they arrange the marriage, and he said that after marrying this Visākhā, she moved to Sāvatthī side. Okay, when she got married, her parents were also, especially her father was also very wise man. He said that he gave some instructions to Visākhā to follow when she goes to her parents-in-law home. Okay, there are 10 suggestions or 10 instructions given by her father. For example, one instruction was given like only one example I'm giving. Okay, when she goes to her parents-in-law, she should respect her husband, her father-in-law, mother-in-law. One example, she should respect her husband, father-in-law, and mother-in-law. Okay, the rest, they are 10. She gave this instruction to Visākhā. Then Visākhā went to Sāvatthī, and he says that she was there as a bride, as a wife, but the Migara, the parents, father and mother, parents-in-law, they were not Buddhists. Okay, they were follower of Nigantha, that means Jain. So they don't invite monks to come to the to her like house and this all, because they were follower of Nigantha. Okay, one day he said that a bhikkhu came to Visākhā's house. Like he was waiting outside of the house when the monk comes for collecting the pindapada, right, for alms round. Then when Migara, at that time he said that father-in-law was having some like food in a gold plate. But when this father-in-law saw that monk, that he is acting like he didn't see that monk. Okay, so the Visākhā also saw this incident, something, some actions are going there. So after seeing that monk and this father-in-law eating, and not the father is not responding anything to that monk, then he says, Visākhā says to that monk, "Venerable sir, please move on. My father is eating leftover food. Okay, my father is eating leftover food. Venerable sir, please move on." He said that this father-in-law was not so happy with Visākhā because of her actions, and she was a follower of Buddha. So he was not so happy with her. So he said that he was waiting for a chance to kick her out from the house. She don't want her as a daughter-in-law in home. So now, this action, Visākhā said, "My father-in-law is eating a leftover food. So please, Venerable monk, you can pass on." So by hearing this word, he said that Migara got so angry. And now he thought, oh, now I got the chance to kick her out from my house. No? So he said that, then this Migara says to Visākhā, "You can go out. No? You can go away from my house. No? You are not suitable for my son. You are not suitable to be my daughter-in-law." But the Visākhā says, "Okay, I will go. But before I came here, before I got married, my father has chosen some 8 wise men, or 8, we can say during that time, we can say Brahmins, right? The guide or who gives suggestions. He said that her father was very wise. So he knew that this problem will happen in future. So that's why they kept 8 wise men for this, if some problems happen like that, to give suggestions. So then Visākhā says, "Okay, I am ready to leave. But before leaving, I want to prove that I am innocent. Okay, I am innocent." So he called these 8 men, then these 8 wise men, they come to their house, and both of them tell the stories, no? Mandaka says from his point of view, then Visākhā tells from his point of view. Like from the Visākhā's point, what she mean was like he is eating leftover food. What she mean was that during this present life, the Migara was a very rich man. He was a very, very rich man. But in the present moment, because of his past deeds, he was born as a very rich man. But during the present moment, the present life, he was not doing wholesome deeds. He was not doing good Kusala Kamma actions. So that's why in Visākhā's mean was that he is enjoying the good deed of his past life, not doing the good deeds in this present life. What I mean was, eating the leftover food means he is enjoying the past good deed, not in the present deed. So the judgment went to Visākhā's side. And there were 2-3 more some problems like that. But later on, Visākhā convinced the father-in-law that she was not wrong, but her father-in-law was wrong. Then one day Visākhā says to her father-in-law that, "Okay, now if you don't give me permission to invite the Buddha and his disciple to our house, I am ready to live, as also you want me to live. So if you don't give permission that I invite my teacher, the Buddha, because she is a Sotapanna, right? So my teacher and his disciples to our house, I am ready to live. But this Megara, no, he had no choice. Then he gave permission. Okay, from tomorrow onwards, you can invite your teacher Buddha and his disciple to our house. So he said that Visākhā arranged, she sent an invitation to invite Buddha and his disciple next day to her house. Then he says that next day the Buddha and his disciple came to his Visākhā's house. Then the food was ready. He said that when the food was ready, the Buddha and his disciple came. When the Visākhā was ready to serve the Buddha, he said that Visākhā was very wise, very compassionate one. Then she sent a message to her father-in-law. Father-in-law, now the food is ready. We are ready to serve to the Buddha and his disciples. If you want, you can come and join us. But the father-in-law was quite arrogant. He said, no, I don't want to join. You can continue offering your dana. In this way, the Visākhā, they offered the dana to Buddha and his disciples. After finishing the eating, usually the Buddha used to give instruction or give Dhamma talks to after every lunch or any food, right? After eating. This is the custom. We give talks. No? So now after food, it was Buddha to give the teaching to the Visākhā and her families there. So then again, out of compassion, Visākhā asked her father-in-law to come and join. Because first he declined. For the second time, Visākhā sent a message that he can come and join to listen to the talk from the Buddha. Then he says that a thought came to his father-in-law. Oh, now if I decline, it's not good for me because I already rejected one offering from her, right? So now it's not good for me if I don't go. It's not like I am not respecting her. So a thinking came to him. Then he said, okay. Then it says that during that time there were some other Nigantas also with him. Then they say, oh, now you want to go. Okay, you can go. But you don't go and sit in front of the Buddha. Don't go and sit with the Visākhā. You go outside, sit, and you hide behind the curtain. Okay, so that the Buddha cannot see you, so the monk cannot see you, so the Visākhās and others cannot see you. You just go and hide and sit there. It says by this father-in-law was sitting hiding behind the curtain. And because the voice, he can hear, right? He can hide, but he can hear. By sitting also, by hiding also, if he can hear, right? If you can hear, you can learn Dhamma or something, right? So he said, but he was hiding behind a curtain. And he was listening what the Buddha was teaching. He said that at the end of the teaching, he said that by hearing the teaching from the Buddha, he said that his father-in-law also became Sotapanna. Okay. After becoming Sotapanna, he said that he just pulled the curtain and he came and paid respect to the Buddha. Oh, I was I have done mistake. I was mistaken towards Visākhā. From today onwards, Visākhā was known as Nigara Mata. Okay, even he changed the name for Visākhā also. Okay, after that he says they became very devout follower of the Buddha. Okay, after this he says that now her family, her father-in-law is Sotapanna, herself is father-in-law. So this Visākhā got very often to visit Jetavana Monastery. Okay, she used to often go to listen to the Dhamma from the Buddha, especially at the evening time, because there was a time for lay people to come and listen to teaching from the Buddha. There was a specific time. At the time, lay people, they used to go and listen the teaching from the Buddha. So he says that one day, this Visākhā went to Jetavana Monastery. He said that she had a necklace, gold necklace, right? He said it was a very heavy According to commentary, it says that if she wear from here, the necklace comes near her, how you say, this foot. It was quite long and quite heavy. And it says, according to commentary, it was very expensive one also. Then one day when she went to this monastery, Jetavana monastery, she thought, oh, now this is quite heavy. Now I'm going to listen the talks from the Buddha. So it's not good for me to wear in front of the Buddha. So he said that she took out and she wrapped in her one of the shawl and gave it to her servant to take care. No, so they went inside, they listened to the talk. After that, they left. And for example, now maybe this is the jewelry. I am the servant. So during the teaching, I cannot keep here, right? Maybe servant put in front, beside of her. So while going, she forgot. Visākhā also forgot. Her maid also forgot this jewelry, like this one. Then he says that then when they reached home, then they remember, oh, I gave my jewelry to this my servant. So she went to ask the servant. Then servant said, oh, I also forgot. Maybe it's in the Jetavana monastery only. Then Visākhā told her, if he said that it was a duty of Venerable Ananda Bhante. Okay, when all the lay people, when they go out from Jetavana monastery, Venerable Ananda Bhante used to go around that, for example, this hall, okay. Venerable Ananda used to go around and check if something is left by lay people. Then he used to pick this up and he used to keep in one safe place so that tomorrow if you come, you can take back that thing. So Visākhā said, if Ananda Bhante has kept that jewelry already in the safe place, you don't bring back. I offer that jewelry to Bhante Ananda only. So when this servant went to Jetavana monastery, it was already taken by Bhante Ananda and kept in the safe place. So when the servant saw, and Visākhā also told, if Ananda Bhante has taken, don't bring. I want to, it's a dana for Bhante Ananda. But when they say like this, Bhante Ananda said, no, we don't accept gold, we don't accept these jewelry things. You can take back. Then Visākhā thought, now I already made my mind to donate to Bhante Ananda, so what shall I do? So then he said that she want to sell this jewelry. Then she want to sell. Then she asked who want to buy this. But he said that in Sāvatthī, nobody could afford that price. It was very expensive one. So he said that Visākhā brought that jewelry to herself. With that with that money, he said that Visākhā built this Pubbārāma Monastery. Okay. Now you got the story how this Pubbārāma Monastery came because of her jewelry. Okay. So Pubbārāma Monastery, it says that it took, it was a 2-story building, it says, and it took like 9 months to complete that full monastery. And it's called Pubbārāma. Puppa means east, right? Eastern. He said that it was from the Jetavana monastery, it was like from the east direction. So it's called Pubbārāma, Eastern Monastery. So he said that in this way, Visākhā, now a devout follower of the Buddha, and she was like taking care of bhikkhus, taking care of bhikkhunis. Have you heard of bhikkhunis? These days again bhikkhunis are coming up, but in the meantime, we didn't have any bhikkhunis in our sasana. It almost disappeared. But now we are seeing these few years, now we are seeing some, they are claiming themselves as bhikkhuni in India, in Thailand, in some in Sri Lanka also. Okay, so Visākhā was one of the main supporter for bhikkhuni sasana also during Buddha's time. And Visākhā was one of the main, who began to offer the robe for the monks, right? First lady to offer robe for the monks. Like once there were like some monks after Vasa, I think they came back because during Vasa, India have a lot of rain, right? Because of this lot of rain, some monks, when they reached to Sāvatthī, they had no robes. all their robes were torn, teared. So when they reached around Jetavana monastery, they were like naked, almost no robes. So then when they were going for alms, so they used to say, we are also monk, you can give us food. But they have no robes. And during that time, the Buddha didn't give permission for monks to accept the robes from the lay people. Okay. Then later on, Visākhā saw this situation. Then she went to Buddha and asked that I saw some monks are like this. So give me permission so that I can offer robe to these monks. So then the Buddha said, okay, from today onward, I give permission for monks. If they need robe, they can accept from the lay people. If it's in emergency, okay, in Vinaya, there are some cases like loss, like or eaten by rat, okay, or stolen by robbers. So that is emergency, right? We need a robe. So from that time, the Buddha gave, okay, you can accept the robes from the lay people. So Visākhā was one of the first lady, like first pioneer to offer robe to the monks. Okay, you remember this. Then he said that doing this so many good deeds in her life, even this life also, okay. That's why the Buddha says Anatha Pindika was the main upasaka from the male side who donate or who take care of the Sangha from the male side. From the female side, Visākhā was the one upasika, like among first from the female side, who was taking care of Sangha, both Bhikkhu Sangha and Bhikkhuni Sangha. Okay. So now one day he said that Visākhā with her, now you see during Buddha's time, now these days ladies or even the Jains, if you have 2 kids, you are happy, right? Right? You don't want any more. You don't want more. You are satisfied. Okay, now I cannot take care more than 2. Enough is enough. But in our, I think few years back also in the village, in still I think some families they have 7, 8 maximum, right? But in cities, I think these days it's changing a lot. Only 1, 2 sons and daughter, I think they say is enough. But he says for Visākhā, she had 10 sons and 10 daughters. So that means 20 children she had. Okay. She had a huge family. Then from there also, from her son, her daughter, a lot of grandchildren she had. So one day he says that Visākhā, her children and with her grandchildren, they were going around Pubbārāma Monastery by saying that my wish has been fulfilled. My wish has been fulfilled. My prayers has been fulfilled. With joy, singing, no? They were like going around the Pubbārāma Monastery. Then he says that some monks, they saw, oh, what happened to Visākhā? She is a very devout lady. But today she is acting like a child. She is okay or she is gone mad? Huh? Because she was acting like a child, you know. He says because of joy that her wishes, her prayers are got fulfilled. That's why he said because of this joy, she and her children and grandchildren, they were like going around Pubbārāma Monastery for many times. So this report went to the Buddha. He says, no, Visākhā is all right. Visākhā today, she is enjoying her life in her good deeds. No, he says that Visākhā had made a determination under a Buddha, Padumuttara Buddha. During Padumuttara Buddha's time, he said that during that Visākhā was also born there. So she saw that one lady was Buddha was giving title that she is the one who is the foremost Sangha supporter from the female side. She is the one. He said that Visākhā saw that, and Visākhā also wished that, oh, I also become one lady like this in future Buddha's time. Then he said that she invited Padumuttara Buddha and his disciple to her house, and she gave like Sanghadana for continuously for 7 days, and she expressed her wish that I also want to be like this lady in future Buddha. Then the Padumuttara Buddha saw, and he said, okay, in Gautama's Buddha's time, you will be one like this lady. So then during the Kashyapa Buddha's time also, Kashyapa Buddha also said, okay, your wish will be fulfilled in next Buddha Sasana under the Gautama Buddha. So now during this time, he says that she became the first female supporter, like main supporter from the female side, no, to the Bhikkhu and Bhikkhuni Sangha. So all her prayers and wish were fulfilled. So because of this joy, she was going around Pubbārāma Monastery. Okay, this is a short story. Now this Gatha was told by Buddha before ending this, no, when she was going around with singing the joyfulness of her deeds. So this Gatha was told. Okay, here he says that Yathapi Puppha Rasmimha. Just as Puppha means flowers, right? Puppha. Rasmimha means heap. Like this, you see? Like this, right? This is a heap of flowers. This is a small heap, but it's a one by one, you see? One flower, one flower, one flower. Like one flower. So from this heap of flower, he says, Kaira Mahala Gune Bahu. Kaira means can be done. Mahala Gune. Mala means mala only. Gune means we can say quality. Good quality. Bahu means many. From the heap of flowers, from the good qualities, from the good qualities of flowers, from that we can make many types of garlands. Do you see here garlands? If you see here less garlands, I am sure you saw a lot of different types of garlands in the marriage ceremonies, right? Have you seen? So he says from the choosing from the heap of flower, the good quality flowers, from there you can make a beautiful garlands. So in the same way, when you are born as a human being, like you and me, right? You are born as a human being. Are you a human being? Huh? Do you have doubt? No, right? You are a human being. So you are born as a human being. He said that until you die, no, until we live. One day you will die, right? Anyone here who will not die? If you know any way, you can tell me also. But one day we are born, one day we will die. Right? He says that before we die, Kaddabang Kusalang Bahu. Kaddabang means should do. We should do lot of wholesome deeds before we pass away from this samsara. Okay, we should do lot of wholesome deeds before we pass away from this samsara. Before we give up this kaya. Okay, until your body is fit, until you can meditate, until you can study Dhamma, until you can practice Shila, Samadhi, Panya, you should try, okay? When you are 80 years old, 75 years old, if you want to sit for meditation, maybe you have back pain, leg pain, you cannot sit for a long time. But now those who are young, you start from today. Try to practice Sila, Samadhi, Panya. You know Sila, right? 5 precepts you have taken. Sila, Samadhi, that is meditation. You have to at least practice 5-10 minutes every day. Practice. If you practice every day, then Sila, Samadhi, Panya. The Panya will arise. You will see the things as it is. Right? Nowadays, we are not able to see things as it is. Right? That's why we are still in this samsara. We are not able to see anicca. We are not able to see anatta. We are not able to see dukkha. Right? We are always like grasping here, there, there. We want more. Because we don't understand the reality. So every day when you practice Sila, Samadhi, Panya, when you develop Panyas slowly, you will understand the true nature of our life. No need to see outside, okay? You see ourselves only. We can understand the true nature of our life. You see now most of you all are almost 50, 60, some of them, some I think very still young, 35, 20, right? But you see yourself, no? When we came to this samsara, how we were? We were just a baby, right? Baby, right? Small one, cannot move also, just crying there, right? We are born like this, right? Then slowly, after 1 year, you start walking, crying, then now you are grown up until now. So then it will not stop here. It will move on, move on, move on until one day we pass away. So when you practice this, when you understand this, Sila, Samadhi, Panya will arise. Okay, then, and one, as a for lay people, you have to understand and you have to practice Dhyana, Sila, Bhavana also. Okay, here also coming, you see, Dhyana, Sila, Bhavana. That is also very important for lay people in your day-to-day life to practice. Okay? Dana, you know, you have to offer, you have to give. It's not that you have to give to a monk or if it should give to a sannyasi. No, you can give to anyone. Even if you give to a dog a biscuit with a good heart. Okay, now like for a dog also. You see a dog, no? You have no intention of giving. Okay, you just have a biscuit, you just throw like this. There is no good Kusala Kamma. Okay. Just throwing like this. But out of compassion, understanding, oh, this dog is in hungry, this dog is in suffering. With compassion mind, with understanding, you give a biscuit. That also will bring you great merits. Okay? So practice Dana, Sila, Bhavana. Practice Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Do lots of wholesome deeds until you are fit and fine in this life. Okay, I hope you have got some Dhamma knowledge from today's talk. With this, I conclude. I share all this merit with our departed teachers, departed parents, relatives, and we also share all this merit with all living beings. We also share this merit with ourselves, those who are sitting here. With the power, may the power of this merit, may all living beings be happy. May all living beings enjoy good health and peace of mind. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.